So I just saw season 1, episode 5 of Unicorn Warriors Eternal. And this episode was an interesting one. In the last episode, I kind of painted Melinda as potentially being the bad guy, or at least being this antagonistic role for Emma. But in this episode, we got to see some of Melinda's backstory and start to feel a little bit of sympathy for her. So how they get to the backstory is they had to deal with the Kraken. By the way, I do love how they're doing these episodes where the ending of the last episode is tying into the beginning of the next episode, but it's not the whole focus of the plot, sort of. But anyways, they're fighting the Kraken, and this Kraken mollywops them. So much so that it sends Emma flying through some buildings, and when she wakes back up, she's on an island, and she's not just on an island, she's on an island with some random kid. And when this kid says their name, it's Melinda. What the heck? And Melinda, even though the kid's still coated in black, which makes her still seem antagonistic, she's being painted as an innocent child now. And she's trying to help Emma return back to where she's from, because at this point everybody thinks she's been sent back to the past. So they go into her father Merlin's office to use some weird crystal, and this crystal unleashes this robot. Merlin stops it, says, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Finds out this thing's from the future, and then he says, actually, she's not from the future. She's still in the future, she's just viewing this somehow, some way, who knows. And then Melinda's mom shows up. Melinda's mom freaks out when she finds out Melinda has these powers, and she's just trying to take these powers away from her, but Melinda doesn't want them away from her. She refuses to let them be away from her. And at the end of all of this, when she stops her mom, it turns out that her mom is the shape of the evil dragon they've been fighting this whole time, which I guess means that Melinda and Merlin are connected to this evil somehow. Their mother is the evil. I'm assuming their mother's the evil at this point. That's a wild twist to me. Like, my question currently now, I guess, is that is the mom the evil, or is she a part of some sort of evil organization, or are they evil to begin with? Why does she not want Melinda to have these powers? She made it seem like these powers were evil. So is Melinda evil? Are the powers that possess inside of Melinda evil? Or I love thinking, and this is making me think a lot, and maybe I'm overthinking, but that's the fun of these episode reviews and watching a show week to week. You get to overthink on these episodes and just come up with wild theories. And now when Melinda wakes back up into the present day, she's kind of pissed at Emma because Emma viewed some of her memories. And it just has me thinking that eventually they're gonna have this Yami Yugi and Yugi type of relationship where they could just release the other, or like they take turns being in control of the body. I don't know, it's gonna be weird. I hope they kind of have a relationship like that, and not one like Sukuna and whoever that other character's name is from Jujutsu Kaisen, because I don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen, or at least I haven't watched it yet. Also, Winston's in this episode. I forgot to mention this at the end of the previous episode review, but when Idrit told Winston that she's not yours anymore and left, Winston got a little bit mad at the end, and my mind started thinking, I'm like, this is the guy that made Primal. I can see Winston coming back and being a bad guy, being the antagonist they had to fight. I could see the evil trying to possess him. But anyways, Winston's trying to find a way to survive. He's paddling, he's trying to paddle somewhere. He ends up at this boat, and this man's up here. He says go away, throws stuff at Winston goes away, and he's like, why the fuck did I go away? That lad, I should fucking go back and teach him a thing or two about, you know, what it is to be a gentleman. I'm so sorry about this accent. So he goes back, and it turns out this dude told him to go away because he's a freaking werewolf, and he bites Winston. And now our mind can only think that Winston's gonna be a werewolf and go on a rampage towards Idrit or something. I don't know, because normally in shows, in books and stuff, when a werewolf bites you, you become a werewolf, or a claw, or whatever. When a werewolf attacks, you become one. So one can only assume that this is going to happen to Winston, and he's going to assumingly attack Idrit. I'm not sure about the whole crew, but most definitely Idrit. But yeah, I'm gonna start rambling on. What are your opinions on season 1, episode 5 of Unicorn Warriors Eternal? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. I didn't even mention Copernicus dying or getting smashed up, because I don't know, I didn't really get his character all that yet, so Hopefully they'll explain that more later on and why Melinda was so upset that he got smashed up. I'll see you guys around next time, or if you guys know, comment it down below. Let me know. Goodbye.